You got that look in your eyes. I can tell you had bad dreams last night. Let me take you in my arms, you can cry. Let me love you till you feel alright.
Hi guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are. Today I'm going to be doing a tag, and it's going to be the new YouTubers tag. I found this tag going around just because I'm subscribed to a bunch of new YouTubers. Hey girls. So I seen that they was kind of doing this tag, and it was going around, and I wasn't tagged, but I felt like it was a great way for you, the subscribers, to get to know me. I know that some of you that are subscribed to me don't know that much about me. You just know that I love makeup and we share something in common, and that's YouTube. Well, I want that to change. I want us to not only just be a beauty community, I want us to also be friends, and so I want to share just a little bit about me. And that's kind of what this tag is, and there are 11 questions. So I'm just going to get on into it. If you want to know anything about me, just keep watching. Okay, so I got all of my questions written in this little inspirational kind of notebook, and I got this from Ross, and it just says, follow your heart, live your dream, be passionate, happiness is yours to take, never give up, your energy is limitless, embrace possibility, love your life. And I love this so much. It's so inspirational. So I automatically made this my YouTube journal. I write everything from video ideas to tags in here, and anything that comes to mind, I just write it in this journal. So question number 1 is, what is your name? And my birth name, I guess my given name, is Misty, and it's actually on this necklace. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Misty. My channel name is Izzy because some of my family members call me Izzy for short, just because I sort of just don't like my name. I don't know, like, nobody can pronounce it, like, nobody can spell it. Everything about it is just so wrong. I just can't. Number 2, where are you from? I'm from South Carolina. That's all I'm gonna say. Number 4, what is your channel about? My channel is about beauty and anything makeup related, anything beauty related, from hair to makeup. I have tutorials, I have DIYs, I have tags. Number 5, who and what is your inspiration? And I gave this question actually a lot of thought, and I don't fully know, and I just don't know. I look up to so many people, but mostly my inspiration comes from the people I just really don't know, like whether it be people on podcasts, which I just now got into watching that on my iPhone. Like, there are many people that do like inspirational podcasts and stuff like that. I watch that. Also, the girls here on YouTube, they probably inspire me the most, not just on YouTube, but in my daily life. So I'd probably have to say YouTube basically inspires me the most. Number 6, what are your favorite channels? My favorite channels would definitely have to be Nicole Guerrero, Casey Holmes for sure, Ciao Bella, Alec Whaley, yeah, I can't think of any more. Those are like my main ones that I watch. Number 7, best thing about YouTube. The best thing about YouTube, I would definitely have to say, is the interaction with all the girls and us being a community. As much as I just hate that word community, but we're we're a community on the web. I don't know what this piece is doing, just ignore it. But I just love the fact that you get to interact with different people all around the world, and you share something in common. Like, I can't talk to my real friends, like in real life, about makeup or the new thing that just came out, or, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't talk to them about stuff like that because they either think you're weird or they'll agree with you and want to move on to something else. But here on YouTube, that you can talk about it for hours. And I just love how you can easily make friends on YouTube. Like, I've met so many amazing girls, and I just think it's a great way to make friends. Number 8, the worst thing about YouTube. The worst thing about YouTube, I would have to say, is the hate. And I'm not big enough yet, thankfully, where I don't get hate, or I don't get enough. I get some comments and, you know, they just roll off my back because I really don't care. Like, I don't care, like, if you don't know them personally, don't take it personal, you know. I'm just like that type of person, but I also don't have a thick skin, so it's not easy to kind of just roll off hater comments. But that's just one thing. Like, I do have some bigger friends who are bigger on YouTube, and they do get a lot of hate comments, and I just think that that's the worst part because it didn't used to be like that. Like, I've been watching YouTube probably since... I've been watching beauty videos on YouTube probably since 2009, 2010, and back then it was such a small community. There wasn't as many girls as there wasn't so many girls like there is now, and the cattiness just wasn't there in 2009, 2010. So I think that it's a lot different now, and I think that the beauty community is not like it used to be. I think that it needs help. I also think that it's very divided. I think there are the bigger YouTubers, and then there are the smaller YouTubers. And it's just kind of like high school and the cliques and all that. But before I get off on a rampage, because that kind of just really, like, it kind of just ruffles my feathers. It makes me just really pissed off thinking about that. But back in 2009, 2010, looking back, it's totally different. But I remember it not being as bad as it is now. Like, people supported... Like, if you supported someone, they would support you back, and everyone was so nice and so sweet, and now it's like you have this cattiness, and you're trying to compete with people, and, like, nobody wants to be friends with anybody. It's really hard to make friends. I would definitely have to say that that's the worst part about YouTube. Number 9, what do you wish you had known before you started? And I actually get this question a lot of thought too, and probably what I wish I had known way back when, because I did have a previous channel before this one, and that is just probably just to be yourself. Be yourself and just know that not everything is gonna be perfect. And if you have an idea, just upload it, because whether it helps, like, I'm getting tongue-tied because I have so many thoughts going on, but whether it helps one person, like, you did your job, and I was just, like, so shy back then, and I just didn't want to, I don't know, I just wasn't myself, and I just wish that I just would have known what I know now back then. And also, I wish I would have known how to edit. I didn't know how to edit. Like, either I wouldn't edit my videos, or they just sucked. Like, I just didn't. I didn't know nothing about editing. Also, I wish I would have known about a tripod. I have a tripod now, but I didn't have a tripod. And sorry I keep doing this. Like, I have my extensions in today, so it's just all crazy. but I didn't have a tripod back then. So what I basically did was I would stack my camera on top of books or, you know, whatever. And that's perfectly fine for if you're just starting out. But if I would have known that beforehand, then I would have done that. There's just so many things. Number 10, what do you wish you would have done differently? When I first started, like I said, I probably would have been myself. I was so quiet when I first started, and you know, like sometimes like I'm still that way. Like I won't film when somebody's here, but usually if, you know, like I'm really quiet, I like to keep to myself. And I mean, it's a big deal putting myself out here on YouTube, but when I'm like around somebody or if they're here or something, like I can't film. And I know that when we lived in our apartments, I was always like really quiet and I talked like this and you couldn't hear me, and I was just really scared to talk because I thought like my neighbors next door or like up above me could hear me or something. Like, who cares? Like, I feel like now that I'm in my own place, in my own home, like I can really be who I am and it can all shine through for you guys. That's just my biggest advice. Like, don't hide who you are. Each and every person is unique, and just be who you are, you guys, and don't be ashamed of that. Be who you are and own that. Number 11, any advice for new YouTubers? I think I just went over that in question like 9 and 10. That's basically my advice. Also, I want to touch on a few things. Quality. When I first started my first channel, the channel before this, I actually started on a webcam. So I know that the beauty community is like huge now, and you think you gotta have the most expensive things to make your channel perfect, and I'm just here to tell you that you don't. Sometimes I film on my iPhone, which is what I'm filming on now, and sometimes I film on a camera, on my camera, and it just depends on how much storage I have. Right now my camera battery is charging, so I'm on my iPhone, and then I just switch back and forth. And then my editing I use iMovie, and then I use Windows Live Movie Maker. So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And both of those are free, by the way. iMovie you can download on your phone, and then Windows Live Movie Maker comes on your laptop, and you don't even have to install it. I don't think. Mine came already installed. So another thing is to make friends. You are in a beauty community, so it's very important to make friends, whether that be on Twitter or your Facebook fan page or whatever. Just interact with girls, just talk to them. Like, you have more in common than you think you do. Y'all make YouTube videos, so y'all have something in common, but that's another big one. Just make friends. And that was all of the questions. So I hope you learned something about me, and we have something in common, and I hope I almost dropped my book. But I hope you like this video. I'm gonna tag a couple people down below, but if I don't tag you, please do it and tweet me on Twitter or something and say, even though you didn't tag me, I did it anyways. Check it out, and I'll be glad to check out your videos. That's it for this tag. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.
You got that look in your eyes. I can tell you had bad dreams last night. Let me take you in my arms. You can cry. Let me love you till you feel love.